Julie Davison from JulieDavison.com. Welcome to Thursday Night Stamp Therapy. Oh my goodness, my phone was not cooperating tonight, so I'm a bit late. I tried updating the app, I tried closing the phone, I tried closing the app, I tried all the things, and it just wouldn't work. So I hope that you are still with me. I am still here in Illinois. We leave for Maui on Saturday, and oh my goodness, I have so much to do. Honestly, I was kind of feeling like maybe my phone was trying to tell me that I should just do some work and not get on and do a video tonight, because I'm gonna be honest, I don't really have anything prepared. I have not sat down at my table to do any stamping since that Mother's Day stamping with Mom on Sunday. I literally had to put away all my stamps that were out. So it's been a little bit crazy. I've been working on product shares and getting those out to everybody. Now I'm trying to find the video on my, what a pain. I'm trying to find the video on my phone. And it's like, it doesn't even recognize me. Oh my goodness. I just spread out this kit. Okay, yeah, so, Jenny, I can't believe I'm live either. I think I was going to sit down for this, but my other phone, my other device is not working, so I'm going to have to grab my mat and stand up. We're going to use some flowering cactus tonight because I got this whole product medley and I haven't done anything with it. So I thought we'd break it out today and make some cards, but I've got some fun cards to share with you from some stamping friends. So we're going to start with some mail call as soon as I get my mat out, and we're going to make a project or two and maybe cut it short so I can get some stuff done. All right, how are you guys doing? Oh, I do have to get packed. I've got some things kind of laid out, but I really need to do a lot more of that. And we're not going to talk about my tax return right now. Anyway, so let's look at some pretty cards. Did you like how I transitioned in there? All right, this card is from Allison Monk, and I love this faux postage that she's got going on here. She did some fun blending. I feel like I remember this stamp, like maybe it's a past Stampin' Up stamp from a while ago, but she did some glitter embossing. Looks really cool. Isn't it glitter? There's some kind of flex in there. It looks really cool. Love this card, Allison. Thank you so much. It's so fun to get happy mail from my friends, and I realized that I forgot to show these cards last week, so I do apologize. This one is from Carmen Melendez, and I think I'm missing a pearl there. I think it fell out in the mail. It got rubbed up against the envelope, but this is a Mother's Day card, and she used the Well Suited to create this pretty little jacket or dress or combination. I just love it so much, and especially that pearl necklace. Thank you, Carmen, for this beautiful card. This is that new pansy paper. Oh my gosh, so many awesome favorites from the new catalog. I was trying to figure out what I was going to show you guys tonight, and I was really struggling. Like I said, I sat down and I guess my brain is just all foggy. This beauty is from Janet Casto. This is like an extended... Oh, I forgot about the confetti. You got me, Janet. This is like an extended easel card, right? So it's like got the like multiple peaks on it. So it's really cool. So it's like... Oh, it's two pieces. So this piece, I don't know if you can see, but it doesn't go all the way to the edge. So this piece is the front, and then like it's that's on a regular card base. So what you get is that like extended easel. I don't know if it's called something else. Oh my gosh, this is so much fun. Cute little flower punches are a great way to add some fun confetti to your card and surprise your recipient. Do you guys put confetti in your cards? So much fun. I think this one is from Janet too. Gosh, she is so good to me with all the happy mail. Thank you so much, Janet. This is the brand new Etched in Nature stamp set. Little vanilla embossing folder on the vellum there, and that 3 panels. I just love the layout. Love the card. Thank you so much. I've got this stamp set, and I haven't done a whole lot with it yet. I think she stamped on the inside too. The little mushrooms. All right, next card. Oh my gosh, this beauty is another one from Janet. Janet, did you really send me 3 cards in the last 2 weeks? Oh my gosh, you spoil me. I just love this beautiful card. This is one of my favorite new designer papers. It is called Beauty of the Earth. And then she's got some die cut trees and the birds. This is such a fun technique. I might have to set this aside to case this tonight. Having designer paper and then like an open bit and then another strip of designer paper. So, oh my gosh, more confetti. So much fun. Janet is just the queen of confetti. I'm going to keep this one out. Maybe we'll make something like that tonight. This beauty is from Lynn Werner. I had to double check and make sure. Oh my gosh, I love these stitched blooms and this fun color. I think this is the color combination that we had for Color Challenge recently with the Melon Mambo, Pool Party, Misty Moonlight, and then she's got some Pear Pizzazz and Mossy Mud in there. A little shaker back there. Can you see the little confettis in the window? Looks like maybe they're stuck together, but what a fun card. Thank you so much, Lynn, for this beautiful card and for wishing me a happy Mother's Day. I hope that all of you had a wonderful Mother's Day too. This beauty is from Bethany Throckmorton. This is a corner fold card. This is a fun one. I haven't done it in a little while either. So it is a quarter card, and then like you fold it in half and you get this. What did she call it? She called it something different though. I always called it a corner fold card, and I think I lost my note. A corner surprise, maybe she called it. I just thought it was so fun. And this is that beautiful pansy set as well. Oh my gosh, so much fun. Thank you so much, Bethany, for your beautiful card. I love it. I'm going to have to do one of those again too. All right, so tonight, like I said, I'm getting ready for, I gotta plug my phone in. I'm getting ready for this trip to Maui, so I've got all this stuff going on, and I'm trying to take care of product shares, and I'm trying to take care of the April kits and sending those out to everybody, and so I just feel like I have no time. So tonight I'm just gonna pull out this Flowering Cactus product medley. This is back in the mini catalog, which still goes until June 30th. So we still have some time on this. And if you have the product medley, give me like a thumbs up or heart, let me know. But even if you don't, I think that you'll be inspired by how I'm going to like use card layouts with new product and make cards. So the ideas I'm going to share with you tonight, even if you don't have the product medley, I think you're going to be able to use with the products that you have at home. Sometimes we just have so much stuff, right? So much designer paper, so many stamp sets. Like you don't always need new. That's terrible for me to say because of course I want you to buy all the new stuff, but we have tons of great stuff already. So let's make our goal this week, this month in May, to get out the stuff that we already have and make some cards. So I would unofficially like to challenge you to share cards this month in May on the Julie Stamping Spot Share and Connect group using products that you already have at home, okay? Like, it doesn't have to be new. Just make something with something you already have and post and share a project of it. And then like a follow-up to that, send it to somebody, because that's like half the fun, right? Of creating is sharing that creation with other people. Okay, so that is your assignment, that's your challenge. And I just remembered as I said that, last time or the time before we talked about the great big card swap, and I was supposed to open up a P.O. box so that you guys could send me your cards, and I forgot to do that. Oh, I made myself a note and then I lost my note. And so I'm going to try to get that done. And as soon as we do, we'll have the great big card swap. So the whole idea with the great big card swap is that you make a card, you send it in to me, I will do a video and show all the other cards, and then I'll mix up the cards and I'll send one back to everyone who sent one. Isn't that fun? So if you send a card, you will get a card in return. I'm really excited about the great big card swap. So stay tuned. I want to get a P.O. box so I can put my address out there without feeling like someone's going to come and visit me in a not friendly way. Okay, so you guys know that I do card kits for people who order $40 or more for my online store. That's before tax and shipping in the United States. And so I just finished mailing those out. And there is 3 card packets like this, or sometimes it's a box or other 3D thing. But so 3 project packets and then like a free little gift. So the free gift this time was all the trimmings, embellishments, and these came out around Christmas time, but honestly, like, they could be for any season. The yellow stars and poppy parade and white circles certainly are not just for Christmas. So I think you're gonna have fun using those embellishments all year round. Well, one of the projects for April featured the flowering cactus product medley, and so I just kind of wanted to point out where some of this stuff came from so you guys could see it. And we're gonna make some more projects using the flowering cactus product medley. There are 2 different options here. The first one is the full product medley, which will include everything I'm going to show you, and the other option is the refill kit. Then the refill kit does not include the stamps and the dies, but it does include everything else. So actually, here is a refill kit, and it has this pack of paper in it that is 6 by 6. There are 6 different double-sided designs, so you get 8 of each sheet. And just like most of our designer paper, it's double-sided, so you've got these really, look at these beautiful patterns. Like, oh my gosh, I just love these. I feel like I haven't played with this product medley at all. One of my team members, Kathy Gruby, is just rocking this product medley. Every time she posts a card, I'm like, oh my gosh, I just need to create with it. So this one is really cool because it has these like already colored images, and you can cut those out, or you can use the dies and die cut them. And I love that they're already colored, so you can like skip right to that fun part of creating. We've got some linen thread and calypso coral thread in here. And the other really cool thing in here are these felt flowers. So you've got 4 sheets each in 2 different colors, and these are stitched flowers. And there's different sizes. So there's big ones and there's little ones. And so I wanted to show you, like, this maybe shows better the representation. You can see like how many flowers come in it and the different sizes and the different shapes. So lots of different flowers, lots of different shapes. And I held on to all of these. I have a whole stack of them from these product shares that I got. They're not product shares, from the product medley that I got for the project kits. And so I told my friend Charles that I am going to come up with a project using these. And then in the new catalog, this is so funny. There's a new die. It's called Flower Market, I think. Let me see if I can find it really quick. Right here, Flower Market. And I was like, oh my gosh, it's almost like the same thing. I didn't get this die, but it die cuts those flowers and leaves. And so you get a very similar thing. So I'm going to show you the project really quick on 63. And we're going to try to make a project with that tonight. We'll see if we can be successful in doing that. So here it is. You can see the die cut flowers, and they've just kind of covered it up with, this is the top of a box. So they've got the designer paper and the tag and the ribbon. So we're going to do something with our negative square of felt. This is kind of thick, but really, you know, soft and easy to fold. So we're playing with product medley, the cactus. We've got these great cactus stamps, and then the coordinating dies. I haven't even opened them. Oh my gosh, it is ridiculous the number of products I have that I haven't opened. Here we have very simple, some outline for the cactus images and the flowers. And then we have the, this fun like stitching, like cactus stitching, and then a detailed die here of the cactus. This is really cool. You know, I didn't even prepare like card bases and stuff. I feel so unprepared tonight. This is kind of a winging it night. So if you cringe watching me wing it, then come back later. Skip to the end if you're watching the replay, and you can see the recap of all the projects that we've made. But if you enjoy the process, I hope you hang with me tonight. Okay, I'm going to set that up there. First, I want to show you one of the cards for the April project kit. So this is a layout I think I did recently as well. Did we do this last week with the Double Wonder card layout? I think so. So this is 3 panels, and each of these designer paper panels is 1.5 by 3. So really easy measurement to make a bunch of cards with your designer paper. So I'm going to do, I'm going to put them centered into the cardstock. This Mossy Meadow cardstock is 3¼ inches by 5. Is that right? 5 inches? Let's double check that measurement. I feel like it should be something different, but 5 sounds right. Yep. So 3¼ by 5, and this is going in the center of this mint macaron card base. And in my project kits, I cannot include stamped images. That's a rule from Stampin' Up! Because Stampin' Up! Images are copyrighted. And so they don't want you you can send finished projects, and you can, I'm like mixing up my words. You cannot sell their stamped images that are not part of a completed project. That's part of their angel policy. And so technically I'm not selling these kits, I'm giving them away. However, they're a gift with purchase, so that's tied to money. So I cannot include any stamped images. So I love to include things like this, like pieces of the designer paper where someone can cut it out and still have the image even without having the stamp set. So if you're a demonstrator and you're doing kits, take advantage of things like this that already have the images in there where they can cut them apart. So there is a die that goes with this, but I want to show you really quickly how you can use the stamps and create a similar image. I love this technique of shading, and so we're going to use this solid cactus stamp and 2 different ink colors, and we're going to duplicate the same thing with the designer paper but using the stamps. So if you get this product Medley at home, you'll be able to do this technique, do this thing. So let's get out well, let me see. Okay, so this original image is Pear Pizzazz and Mossy Meadow, but the card base, I've got Mint Macaron. I'm wondering if we should like combine them and do that. But this has got the pear. I don't know, maybe we'll do it both ways. I do have a wet chamois to use tonight, so let's start with the mint. So we're going to use the mint and we're going to ink that up with the lighter ink first. Then we're going to take the dark one and we're going to use the sponge daubers. These fit right on your finger, very convenient. I think we did a project like this around Celebration, and we with the butterfly. Do you remember that? So we're just going to sponge that color right onto the stamp and then stamp it. And so we get that variation. Isn't that really cool? You get the lighter color. I got maybe too much dark going on here. Let's try again. That was the mint macaron. Let's try and see what the Pear Pizzazz looks like. And then we'll pick which one we like better. Leave that one open. Let's close the mint. Okay, here's Pear Pizzazz. That's definitely a brighter color. Okay, let's see. It's kind of a mystery. So I feel like the pear was really, really juicy, and you don't see that that shading so much because it was such a dark, I think, color to begin with. So I want to try the mint macaron again because that was a little bit lighter and maybe just not shade it so much. So let's open that one up. Grab a new piece of cardstock. RG says, I love that technique, but I always forget to use it. I know, there's so many techniques that I always forget about. Okay, maybe I overdid it again. I tried not to go too much there. Oh, that looks cool. I think that looks a lot like the designer paper. This is sort of what I do when I stamp by myself, is like I just keep trying again and again and again, and I do it over and over and over again, which is just silly. Like I don't need to, it's just fine, but I always like challenge myself. Can I do it better this time? Maybe this time. I'm trying to get more of the mint to show. That's not any better. I'm just going to go with that one, I think. So let's get Lucy out. Let's do some die cutting. I also want to show you, and maybe we'll use it on a card, this detailed die. So we're going to do this one and that one. Let's grab, I'm going to grab Mossy Meadow Scrap. Okay. Lucy is my mini Stampin' Cut and Emboss machine. She is so handy for little jobs like this. Great if you want to travel, like to retreats, or if you're taking your stamping stuff to a friend's house for the day. This mini die cutting machine is just perfect for that. Come on, there you go. I didn't put that plate in far enough. Okay, so there's the outline. And I'm just going to do the designer paper too, because I love that. I love when they have dies that coordinate with stamps and designer paper. It's just, I love the dual function there. That's just so cool. Okay, and then I'm going to die cut the detailed cactus. I don't know what I'm going to use it for, but I'm just getting it ready. It reminds me of a pickle. I don't know why. Because pickles are green and long like that, I guess. We'll just do another one. There it is. Okay, let's put Lucy down. Let's clean up our dies so that we don't lose them. And let's finish this card. So we've got a piece of white cardstock. This is the same size as the designer paper. So this is also 1.5 by 3. I love easy measurements. That is definitely my jam. I'm going to use the Calypso Coral. What does this one say? It's already out. I think I used a different one on my card. Uh-oh. Missing stamp. Here it is. It's just behind me. It says, I love how our friendship has grown. And then I'm going to use the one I just stamped. And some pink flowers. Isn't that cute? Oh my gosh, I just love the way this card turned out. And I love this twine. This is Calypso Coral Twine. Becky, I did not find the bow tie die from my birthday chick dies. I looked everywhere and I had a dream that I found it, but I've given up hope. I don't think it's going to turn up. So I think we need a little twine bow on there. I forgot exactly where I put it, but let's just go ahead and start putting things down and we'll figure it out as we go. For this card, I'm using Stampin' Dimensionals underneath the word layer. And I'll use a dimensional under the cactus as well. I find with these felt embellishments, they're a little tricky to glue on. I use the multi-purpose liquid glue, and that always seems to work well. I said I was going to use dimensionals, but I think I'm just going to use regular adhesive since the designer paper, or since the label is already on with dimensionals. So let's get out that liquid glue. And I always do this at the end. so that I can just set it aside and let it dry. So I'm going to do a little dot of glue down here for the bow. And I'm going to do a flower up here and maybe over here. So cute. Oh my gosh, do you love it? I really like these cactuses. I'm going to set this aside to dry. We'll get it back out at the end. So that, again, was one of the projects in the April bonus project kit. So if you're getting that kit from me, it's on its way. Watch for it in the mail. If you ordered a product share and you ordered in April, I put them all together in the same package. Thanks so much for sharing the video, Becky. All right, here's a little sneak peek. We're using the Cactus, the Flower and Cactus product medley again. This is going to be one of the projects in the May kit. So if you order $40 or more from me in May, then I will send you the materials to make this project. I love this card layout, really versatile here. We've got 3x3 inch designer paper. This is one of the images from the designer paper. So you'll be able to just cut around that, hand cut it, or if you have the product medley, you can use your dies. And I will have some of the stitched felt in there. And this is new Highland Heather ribbon. Isn't that really pretty? That's the color purple that is in this product medley. So this will be one of the cards coming in May. And this was one of the cards from the April kit. So if you haven't played with the product medley yet, you're really going to enjoy some of these cards. So I want to make some more because I haven't. Those are the first two cards that I've made. And so I pulled these cards out as inspiration. Oops, that's upside down. This card was created by Don Olszewski, and I keep pulling it off my swap card box because I just love the layout. I think it's so clever with the strips of paper and the twine around it. And so I thought I'm going to finally do it. So we're going to case this card layout tonight. And then I also really love this card layout from the art gallery, the fine art floral. This is kind of a really great layout that inspired me. So let's start with this card from Dawn, and we're going to use the product medley. So I'm just going to pull out this designer paper and kind of just sort of figure out what patterns I want to use. So we've got different patterns because we've got double-sided papers. So I'm going to lay out my paper and kind of flip things over so I can see all the patterns that are available to me as I am working to design my card. So let's, oh my gosh, there are so many. When it's double-sided and you lay it out like that, you really get to see all the different options. Oh, that's here, and then here's the rest of that. Okay. So for this card, we want 3 strips, and I think I like how like one can be busy and maybe the other are more like supporting patterns. So for this project, I love the smaller ones. We already used this one, so maybe let's use this pattern. And then we want 2 more to go with it. This is how I operate. Like I just sort of, I pick and choose and I pull, like, do we want to pull some purple in there, or do we like that pink? Maybe that pattern. No, I think I like the pear better. So many ways to mix and match. I'm kind of digging the purple. But maybe a darker green. Like that. You just can't go wrong, right? Like, with so many green patterns, like there's not a wrong answer. Margie says pink. Which way do you guys lean? Do you like the pink or the purple? I tend to like the pink with the greens. But maybe instead of this one, uh-oh. This is a fun one. Like that. What do you guys think? Winner, winner, chicken dinner. I'm seeing a lot of pinks. Let's see. Cindy says purple. And Sean says purple. Beth says purple. Okay, now I'm seeing some more purples. Yolanda says purple. Margie says pink. Janet says pink. Carol says pink. Sharon says pink. No, Eva, I'm not packed yet. Purple, 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 not purple. You guys are really split on that. Okay, how about let's do pink for this card, and we will do some purple on the next card. Okay, so we've got 3 patterns. We're going to create strips. Let's go ahead and measure and see. 4 inches by 1 inch. That is what I would have guessed. We're going to grab our paper trimmer, and sometimes I just go ahead and I cut all 3 at once. So I'm going to cut a 1 inch over here to 4 inches. That's what I said, right? 4 inches. Yep. All right. And, oh, this is wonderful. I think the green's going to have to be in the middle because it separates the pink. Gives it a little breathing space. Let's leave this out. What color is that? Is that some soft seafoam? Yes. Beautiful. 4 inches here. 4 by 5 1/4 is just a little bit short, a little inside of a card base. So we're going to do 4 by 5 1/4, and for the card base, let's do some Mossy Meadow. I'm scoring. I always love to just score down the middle, 4 1/4, and then cut 2 card bases. So we'll have one ready for our next card as well. This card is shaping up beautifully. What do you think so far? You love it. I know you do. We're going to need some twine. And we're going to need, let's just use that postage punch. Why not? And a scrap. There is a wonderful stamp in here. Hope your birthday is filled with beautiful things. This coordinates with, it's going to fit that punch so perfectly. Oops, I just took that off. That's fine. Let's get out the little cactus, and is there a little tiny flower to go in the cactus? Does it go with this one, I guess, huh? It must. Yeah, I guess they die cut, but we're not going to die cut them today. Let's get out some, oh geez. Putting some stamps on blocks. Okay, let's do Mossy Meadow. Yeah, Mossy Meadow words. I must have it out already. Here it is. And then am I in the screen here? There we go. That may not fit here. Oh, how are we talking about M&Ms? Yeah. Sign me up. Okay, that isn't going to fit, but you know what? We can punch. Ooh, I kind of like this idea better anyway. So I punched around, I just cut off that flower, and instead we can do the flowers on a scrap piece, and then we can die cut them and add them to the project. So let's see how we feel about that. We'll get Lucy back out and die cut those really quick. Oh, I'm going to use a Post-it note on this. So the Post-it note is a non-permanent adhesive, right? It's just like a temporary adhesive. So it works well to hold your die in place, to keep it from shifting. Okay. Uh-oh. It's stuck to the bottom of Lucy. There we go. All right, so this is kind of what I'm thinking, is then we can add like a die cut flower kind of off the edge a little bit. I love that. That is perfect. And then we just have like this extra one. I don't know about that. Maybe we'll just do the one. Okay, let's glue some things down. How are you guys inspired? When you create cards, do you copy from the catalog? Do you copy cards that you see on Pinterest? How are you inspired? What do you do to find inspiration when you're creating cards? Dawn and I have a very similar style, so I'm always inspired by her cards and always wanting to case them and create something similar. So it was no surprise when I saw Dawn's card and wanted to copy it. I wrapped the twine around, and now I'm going to tie a bow. Now this twine is from the old Whisper White twine when it was by itself, but we do have a basics or essential twine pack. And then there's also a snail mail twine pack that has white in it. So 2 different twine options. If you like white twine, I would recommend getting the snail mail, which has the pink twine as well that Dawn used, because it's a bigger roll and I think a better value as far as how much you get for the roll and how much it is. All right, I'm just going to lift that up and move it over to the side where I want it to be and give it a little trim. I'm seeing some of your answers now. Janet says she copies from the catalog a lot. Carol says Pinterest, Swaps, and other demonstrators. Becky says Pinterest and Julie. Oh, me. Oh, Carmen, you say you're inspired by me too. That's so awesome. All the things for inspiration. Yes. Eva looks on Pinterest and then changes it up to be her own. Oh, Nancy, you're so sweet. So a lot of you are looking on Pinterest. Yes, like there are so many ideas. And sometimes it's hard when you just are seeing a project online without measurements. But I suggest like just, you know, draw out the layout and then just kind of play around with measurements until you get what you like. It may not be exactly the same measurements that somebody else used, but it doesn't have to be, right? Make it your own, just like Eva said. Use that as a jumping off point and then create your own. It doesn't matter if the measurements are exactly the same or if they're different. No one's going to know. It's your card. Okay, this is going to come right in here. I put one dimensional on the top and one on the bottom so that I could straddle the twine that's underneath. I'm going to use a glue dot to attach the flower. And that's just kind of be on the side. I love this contrast, the contrast between that flower then and the green background. That worked out perfectly. Okay, let's go ahead. Oh, I know what I forgot to do. Bummer, bummer, bummer. I loved how Dawn had some stamping in the corners. And so I was thinking I would do the same thing. And I forgot. And now it's glued down. And the twine is on. So maybe, I don't know, could we add? You know what? It doesn't need it. It's going to be fine. Make it your own, Julie. I am going to add something though, because I feel like some gems would be really pretty on this card. So let's glue this down. And maybe if you make this layout at home, you will add something to the corners and stamp something there to add to that card. But I think we should maybe add, oh, that might have been a good opportunity for a felt flower. Do we want to add more felt flowers? Should that be it? No, that's really like, nope, never mind. Doot, put it back in. My thought was some gems. So let's see what we have in the way of gems. Oh, maybe like some champagne rhinestones. I don't use those enough, but I kind of like the pink tint to it. That's kind of nice. The other option would be like rhinestones or pearls, but I kind of like these rhinestone ones. I mean, they're all, yes, the champagne ones is what I was trying to say. So I'm going to do 3. I'm going to do 1 and 2 and another one down here. You can't see it on the designer paper though, huh? We're going to do 5. Sometimes, like, when I struggle with having one be by itself, it just needs a partner, and then I have to add a third one to make an odd number again. So can you hear that on camera? Someone's car alarm is going off. All right, there's my flowering cactus version of Dawn's snail mail swap. What do you think? This paper is so pretty. It doesn't need a lot to create beautiful cards. Let's make something else. The other card that I wanted to case that I was inspired by is this one. And this is one that I created with the art gallery. So let's break out. I did promise you some purple. So let's break out some purple pattern and see what we can come up with the purples. Purple's almost like overwhelming a little bit. So we're going to have the purple be the strip at the bottom. This is going to be 1.5 inches by 4 1/4 to go all the way across the card base. And this piece is going to be, if I want to case this exactly, I think it's 2.5 inches by 5 or 4 3/4. 5. 4 3/4. I also think I want to make it just a smidgen. 2 1/4. 2 1/4 by 4 3/4. Is that too busy? That's too busy, isn't it? Oh. I feel like it's too much. Too much pattern. Not too much purple, too much pattern. Let's get out some cardstock colors. Let's go with the Highland Heather here. And, Highland Heather and maybe some mint macaron. That's this color, or pear pizzazz. Is that too much pattern? That might be okay. So tricky sometimes, isn't it? Trial and error, that's how I design. Off camera, I'm just scoring and cutting my purple cardstock. Highland Heather. This is lovely. This side, that side, left or right? I'm kind of wishing I kept it long and did the 5 inches like I originally said. Here was the original size. And I think that is better in line with what the original card was. So let's do that. You know what would be fun to do is a tag. Let's get out the, there's been so many tag topper punches, I can't keep them straight anymore. This one, oh, what is that doing in there? This one is called Fancy Tag Topper Punch, and we also have the Delightful Tag Topper Punch. So we're going to do the Fancy Tag Topper in white, and this fits a 2-inch piece. So let's cut this down to 2 inches in width, and let's do a little punch. Isn't that so easy? I'm going to trim it down just a little bit. We can do like this and come across the top. No, I like it better on the bottom. Are you guys letting me know, right or left? Let's see. Oh, you guys are so split all the time. Sean says right. Colleen says right. Heather says left. Jenny says left. Eva says right and add some extras. You guys really are torn. I'm leaning towards right. I feel like this anchors that tag a little bit. This one worked out okay that way, but I'm going to switch it up over here. All right, what should we stamp here? You know what? We've already got some cactuses going on. Maybe we'll just use the flowers and stamp those in purple. And I like that sentiment again. Hope your birthday is filled with beautiful things. So we're going to do that in Mossy Meadow. Just debating. Oops, that green did not ink all the way. Let's flip our tag over. Good thing it's double-sided. Better. Highland Heather is our color. Is that too much flour? Oh, Not sure. Oh, I love the simplicity of that. Do you love the simplicity of that too? Oh my gosh, this is so pretty. Ugh, too much. Too much, too much. We need a cactus. I know I wasn't going to use a cactus, but I think maybe we do need one. No, I don't know. I think maybe we just need different words. We need some big words, right? Like the new biggest wish. We used this last time and I am kind of in love with it. Oh, you know what would be really pretty? Is like an ombre on here with the, the sponge daubers. This card is totally turning into something different. So I'm going to do the lighter color, and then, where's our sponge dauber? Come in with the, and I'm going to do the dark green on the bottom. Like the whole bottom half of it. And this one you'll really be able to see because it's so, so big. That's cool. Oh, you know what? This was the darker ink. Let's try again with the lighter, the mint macaron, because that was, we got a little bit more contrast between the two greens. I forgot. My pear pizzazz, I think, is just really super juicy. That was the Mossy Meadow. Okay, mint. Big flowers need big sentiments. Okay. So cool. Oh, that looks awesome. That looks really cool. Okay. I'm kind of digging this a lot. This needs a darker. Some darker paper to anchor it. And then, do you guys think we should use some felted flowers? Or I'm kind of digging the purple stamped flowers. Let's do that really quick and die cut them. Making a hot mess over here. Where did the dice go? They're underneath something, aren't they? Here we go. You think a pop of coral? I don't know. I feel like sometimes the purple and the coral like compete. And so if we focus on purple here, I think the paper has that pop of coral. Where's our Post-it? Lock this in place. So after a year of being home all the time, my dogs have not been graded much because we're home all the time. And so when I go to pick up the kids from school, I try to leave them out. But previously, they would get into stuff if we left them out. So I've been leaving the TV on for them. And thus, we've had The Price is Right on TV all day long. So we got a new TV recently, and it has an app for Pluto, which is just like a free TV, like free streaming network. And so it has some different channels, and there's a channel that streams The Price is Right all day long. All day long. So literally I just kind of put it on in the morning when I take the kids to school, and then it's just on all day. So I've been memorizing the prices from 1970s on all the items. I know them. It's just sort of in the background, so I haven't been memorizing them, but like every now and then I look up and I'm like, oh, I remember this one. Like children's shoes. They keep having these children's shoes on, and it cracks me up because what do you do if you win that prize and you don't have children? I guess you don't take the prize. Do you guys like The Price is Right? Yes, Sean. It's just like, it's good background, right? Because mostly you don't have to pay attention, but every now and then I look up and I catch a pricing game. It's always fun when they win a car. Okay, I trimmed this down and maybe I regret it. I'll just switch this out. This one was a little bit smaller. The Evolution of a Card. I like all the components, but I am not sure about how it's coming together. New Detectives. Is that a show? Is that the name of the show? We actually got to attend 2 shows when Bob Parker was. That's so awesome. Yeah, so the ones I'm watching on Pluto are all like the Bob Barker eras, so they're all like old. In fact, he's not even gray yet. Like his hair is still dark, so they're super old episodes. Oh, that does sound like a great memory. Yolanda, that's awesome. I feel like I want to get mad at the people too, because sometimes they're just so stupid. I'm looking for Mossy Meadow. Hey, is that Mossy Meadow? Hot dog it is. I'm going to just do like a layer back here, I think. Oh, a little more off that side. All right, how are we feeling about these flowers? I'm not sure what I want to do with them. I don't know. Oh, Nancy says you should stream your YouTube videos for the dogs. It would be funny to see how they react. So honestly, like when I have to go pick up the kids later on for school, like I try to sneak out so they don't know I'm gone. So that'd be funny. Like they totally would think that I was still here talking to myself in my stamp room. Flowers on the inside. That's a good idea. I really do need to add. I missed doing that on my other cards. I missed my inside layer. So that would be a good idea to put some flowers on the inside. I'm going to do a quick strip here. 4 inches by 5 1/4 is a good card front and a good layer size to go inside. So we can do some flowers. Is there an inside sentiment from the cactus that would go well with thanks? Ooh, I like that. You are a rare find, my dear friends. Little flowers in those same die cuts. Wish I did that just a little bit lower. Oh well, that can be in the corner. So these little flowers in purple maybe instead. I think I might like that. Let's give that a clean. Resin dots on the outside. I don't know. The big flowers are starting to grow on me now that like I've got them on here. We could add resin dots as well. Or is that too much? I don't know. I kind of feel like I should just glue that down. Little flower. Okay, that's I'm working on that one. Inside, pop them up, felt flowers. Yeah, I think we're figuring this out. We're doing it, guys. You are a rare find. That goes inside. All right, let's die cut these little boogers and see what we like. Yes, I think 2 of the big clusters is too much because they're so big. Let's see what we think of the little flowers. And then we're just going to glue it down and move on because I want to do one more card with the leftover felt piece and see what we can come up with. Oh, I thought maybe I could, I thought maybe I could hold it, but nope. Nope, it needs a Post-it. Okay, so you guys, you have to help me out here because I haven't finished packing. I started laying some things out, but you know, we're leaving for Maui on Saturday, and so I would love for you to help me remember last minute things that you think I may have forgotten. So leave me a comment and let me know what should I remember to pack and not forget. Leave a comment and let me know if you were going to Hawaii or somewhere sunny and warm. If you're going to the beach, what is something you would want to make sure that you pack to take with you? You guys can help me come up with my last minute packing list so that I don't forget anything important. And if I do forget, I'll blame you. I'm just kidding. Oh, I am kidding. It will be my own fault if I forget something. But that's why I need you guys to help me remember. Okay, little flowers. I don't know. I looked at the big ones for so long. I think I do like them. So we are just going to go with the big ones. Oh, you guys have some great ideas. A hat. Yes, I think I have multiple hats, and I definitely need to make sure that I pull them out. Medicines, sunglasses, sunscreen, charging cords. Oh my gosh, I feel like that's one that I could totally accidentally. Extra swimwear. I got myself a bathing suit. I'm so excited about that. Phone charger. Sunscreen. And I had to get reef safe sunscreen because not all sunscreen is safe to use in the ocean. Did you guys know that? They have special sunscreen that is safe, reef safe. So, oh, Lynn, I'm so glad you were able to join us for a little while. All right, I think I'm going to go with these big ones. You guys have come, mask, yes, lots of masks. And I want to bring some, hand wash detergent so we can wash some masks and wash some things in the sink because we're going to be gone for a little over a week. Cords, beach cover up, yes. Light sundresses, comfy shoes, toothbrush, meds, hat, sweatshirt. Extra micro SD card for your phone camera to save your trip memories. Good idea. IDs, masks for the plane, for sure. For sure. A book, suntan lotion. You guys, these are lots of great ideas. Emergency phone numbers. Yes. I've been trying to get everything ready for my sister who's going to stay with the kids. So these are all great ideas. Thank you guys so much. You're going to help me get ready. It's going to be a crazy day tomorrow. And so I will be gone next Thursday. My goal was to pre-record something that I could post next Thursday. I will not be live from Hawaii. So I'm just going to have to see how the day goes tomorrow. If I can get something pre-recorded, then I will try to have something to show up live next week on Thursday. And if I don't get something pre-recorded, I will instead post a link to a past video, and it'll be a throwback Thursday, and you can enjoy Julie's hits. You can enjoy a favorite video from the past, and we will resume our regular Thursday nights when I'm home and rested and sun-kissed. I have very pale skin, and I'm always very careful with sunscreen and hats and the like, so I might be sun-kissed, but I will not be sunburnt. Okay, I put the dimensional on the outside so that I can just sort of like come in and hug this, but not overlap it too much with the extra dimension. Okay, I love it. Let's glue the inside down. Okay, we have had a lot of fun making cards with the Cactus Medley product medley. But we've got one more project to make because I'm determined to make something with one of these negative images. So the stitched flowers come in a sheet like this, and when you poke them all out, this is what's left. And so I thought this would be so much fun to use that for a project. So I love that already. I'm gonna get a punch. My one of my favorites, Label Me Lovely. I'm so sad without my circles, so I am doing my best, and one way that I'm doing my best is new shapes like this one. Normally I would reach for a circle. Ooh, yes, we need a banner. This is coming together really fast. Sometimes that's how it happens. Sometimes the cards just come together, and sometimes they're a struggle. Using the tailored tack punch to create some banners. This is going to be a square card. This is going to be a square card to go with the square the shape of the felt. And I think we need to use some more of the twine and do that all the way around. That's going to be awesome. I'm going to do a little dab of glue. Now the one thing I think I'm going to struggle with deciding on is what color card base to put the felt on. So start thinking, do we want that on a dark color? Do we want that on white? Or pink on pink? Calypso, that might be nice. Calypso coral on calypso coral. And then we just have sort of the dimension of the monochromatic card. Since they're flowers, I kind of feel like having the pink might be the best option. Oh gosh, you should see my desk. Hot mess over here. We are going to use just a wee little bit of Pear Pizzazz. For some words. What kind of words do we have? I'm getting that out for the inside. And I think we're going to use I'm always here for you on the inside, and life can get kind of prickly on the outside. Let's get our blocks. Double mounting here, one on each side. And for the big one. Okay, let's do Calypso Coral for the card base. I'm doing 4 1/4 by 4 1/4. I think this will fit. Oh yeah, like perfectly. I really like that kind of color on color. There's some like miscellaneous threads that are sticking to the felt. All right, so I'm going to glue this down afterwards. Well, maybe I'll just do it right now. I was gonna say, I don't want it to mess around while we're on camera, but I'm using the liquid glue again, and I'm just gonna do some, I'm trying not to be really super heavy because I don't want it to slide, but it is, as I'm doing this, like soaking into the felt. Set that aside for a second. Flower background, and then the card base. Let's see how that looks really quick. Cindy, that's a good suggestion. I happen to have another one right here. That is kind of fun. It's a little bit busy, and I think you lose the shape of the flowers a little bit, but that is a fun variation. I kind of like that. And I definitely like this paper for a strip across the inside. So I'm going to cut a piece that is 1 by 4. And then for the inside, we're going to do a 4 by 4 piece. So let's stamp the big mama. And I have to say, like, I feel like this is going to be really dark. So I'm going to stamp it and then stamp it off and then stamp again. And so now, like, I have both options, and I definitely like the lighter one, especially because I want to stamp some words over it. So the front's going to say life can get kind of prickly, and on the inside it's going to say I'm always here for you. Oh my gosh, what is going on? Let's do a little sanitizer off camera so I don't transfer any ink. I don't know how I got so messy. Okay, that helped a little bit. Okay. I'm always here for you. This might be a little too much. I'm going to cut that down again. It's just, I'm going to do like a 1/2 inch instead of an inch. I want to bring that pop of pink into the inside of the card, but I don't want it to overwhelm the cactus. Whoop, oh, get back over there. Okay, there's the inside. And for, let's get this on here first. This was the die cut cactus that I did at the beginning. And I'm going to do a little glue for the flower, one of the stitched flowers. So that's going to go over here. And so we just need a strip for the words. I'm going to do a 1/2 inch piece for the front words. this is Pear Pizzazz cardstock, and I'm gonna stamp it in Mossy Meadow. Whoa. I think my Mossy Meadow needs to get re-inked. Oh my gosh, it's really very light. Just gonna add some re-inker. Alright, I'm gonna cut a new strip since I already used both sides of this one, and we'll see if we can get this looking a little better. Life can get prickly. That looks better. That's going to be cute. I'm going to do regular adhesive to go across the cactus, because the cactus is already on there with dimensionals. So I'm going to do a dimensional under here. I'm going to go off center a little bit. And then tricky. What is the best way to get this to adhere to the felts? I'm going to try a couple different things. I'm going to put some dimensionals, and I'm going to double layer the dimensionals. So that we've got, I feel like the dimensionals will stick well to cardstock. So I got dimensionals sticking on the cardstock base to the cardstock label. Life can get kind of prickly. That's too much. And then the inside, I'm always here for you. Oh, I love the way that turned out. Yes. Oh, okay. Sean says tear and tape across the green strip. I did use, what did I use? I used some of the liquid glue, I think, when I put the green paper on, because that's already down. And that is small, so I feel like it's going to hold okay, but tear and tape probably would work as well. Or Seal Plus. Okay. Sierra Sand, you guys are suggesting for the card background. That would be really pretty too. Let's grab a quick slice so you can see what that would look like. A great option as well. I really do like the monochromatic background. I feel like it lets this part really pop because it's all pink in the background, but I think Sahara sand would be a good choice, or using like craft or even white, you know, to have a white background that would pop really nicely. And then that on top, you could do that as well. I would probably use like thick white cardstock if you're going to use white as a base. The thick basic white is a good option. Oh my gosh, we are done. We made 4 cards, which honestly is more than I was planning. Let's take a quick review. We used the Cactus Flowering Cactus product medley to create some different cards using the designer paper and die cuts and stamps, and I kind of like the way they turned out. So leave me a comment and let me know which one is your favorite. What do you think of this product medley? Have you been eyeing it? Maybe you already have it at home. I hope that the cards that I created today have inspired you, whether you're going to create with the Flowering Cactus product medley or something else entirely. I hope that you enjoyed these card layouts and watching me create. I always appreciate when you join me for Thursday night stamp therapy. So thank you. Thank you for joining me tonight and watching and giving me your feedback. You guys are amazing and awesome. And thank you. I will enjoy my trip. Thank you for your prayers, Kay. It's going to be wonderful. I just need to get through the next day and finish getting everything ready. You guys have a great week, and I look forward to catching up with you live again when I'm home. Take care and happy stamping.